When I wake up in the morning and I rise up to the sun, I got a reason to smile. 'Cause I know just where I'm going, where my feet just wanna run. A song in my heart all the while. And yes, it's a commitment that I'm glad to make. That's where I wanna belong. I'm so alive, I'm Welspun. I know I can thrive 'cause I'm Welspun. Love gave me wings here at Welspun to find new beginnings at Welspun. Though we're striving for the glory and we're hungry for the top, we wanna reach out ahead to enrich, educate, empower, light a lamp that'll burn non-stop in every home, in every land. You and I, we fly together, pair of seagulls wing to wing, over the clouds, hear me sing. I'm so alive, I'm Welspun. I know I can thrive 'cause I'm Welspun. Love gave me wings here at Welspun to find new beginnings at Welspun. Innovation on my mind, imagination right behind. Gonna sail on by, beyond the sky. Information sets you free. Integration is the key that'll take you through beyond the blue. Whoa. Well, spend those years here at Welspun. There's reason for good here at Welspun. So here's to the future with Welspun.
The day the earth gave way beneath her feet and her world came crumbling down, she stood tall despite calamity and catastrophe, to challenge her fate and reclaim her future. Rising stronger from the debris of the past, refusing to remain among the rubble and ruin, she's a mother who will never see her children. She's a wife who turned widow in a moment. She's a child who will never play again. And yet, she is survival, she is courage, she's determination, she's hope, she is life. She is the resilience of India, the strength of Kutch, the inspiration of Anjar. Her story is the story of reality, of a land that was brought down to nothing in a day, and a community that battled against all odds. It was at this time that Welspun came to Anjar with a blueprint for renewal, a vision for growth, and a plan for self-sufficiency. In 9 short months, the wasteland turned into industry. The community turned towards progress. And slowly but surely, we began weaving the threads of life. Welspun's plant became the source of livelihoods, Our people became symbols of hope, and their stories became inspirations. Yes, she is Welspun, and she represents the sound of silence and the voice of innocence. Can we even begin to fathom the pain of Geeta Pandya? Can we understand what it feels like to watch your parents die before your eyes? What it means to become both orphan and mother of 5 siblings at the same time? We can only say she is fortitude. And we can never know the real emotions that play on Praveena Jadeja's face. She never stops smiling, but she never stops hurting. Having lost the use of one arm, she has lost the support of her entire family. But to all those whose life she touches, she is joy. And how do we express our gratitude to Rani Ben? She has lost her husband and still found the strength to raise her children and educate them, setting up a shop for her physically challenged son and selling all her jewelry to get her daughter married. And now she still keeps on giving, unconditionally. She is maternal largesse. She is generosity. Madhuri is an inspiration to us all. Single, 22, and an eager student at the very first batch at the Navkiran Tailoring Center. She mentors other students and today earns a tidy sum by running a profitable business from home. She even invests her own earnings to put herself through college. She is nothing short of self-assurance. She is independence. We can only marvel at Avani Bhadra, the poster girl of a progressive India. From Anjar to America, the journey has been one of dedication and enthusiasm. Her success story has crossed oceans. She has been invited to the US by the world's largest retailer, Walmart, to share her life experiences and has returned with invaluable learnings. She now trains many others too, but her most favorite student? Her own mother, who defied all odds and society to secure her daughter's future. There is only one word to describe Avani. She is triumph. Let us never forget Hiruba, who has seen 80 scalding summers as the oldest of our team. Today, in the sweltering heat, she still experiences the cruel and cold reality of abandonment by her family. What her eyes have seen and her lips have never said is indeed the true saga of Anjar. She is experience. How do you communicate with Mittal Thakkar? She has not heard the walls crashing around her or been able to scream with fear. Deaf and mute, but seeing the collapse of her life before her eyes, she is a witness who will always remain silent, but shattered. She is survival. And we cannot but ask Deepali Goenka what it takes to be a champion of women empowerment and the catalyst of social change. She has dedicated her time and effort, her team and her enterprise towards a mission. A mission to improve not just the quality of life, but the equality of life. Her initiatives can only prove that she is care. She is purpose. These are real-life stories that form the warp and weft of the fabric of Anjar. Today, these empowered women create a groundswell of prosperity by actively educating their children and joining us in our drive for a cleaner, greener environment. They understand the advantage of health camps and clinics and the advice on sanitation and personal hygiene. The community is now co-opted into the Swachh Welspun Abhiyan and in eco-friendly measures such as rainwater harvesting and wastewater recycling. The virtuous cycle of progress, education, empowerment and environment has created a model village that is self-fulfilling and self-sustaining. She is the heartbeat of 1.2 billion people. She is source and the force of growth. She is India. She is life. And yet, at Welspun, we know that this is just the beginning. This is but one hamlet in one state, in a vast country. The accolades and awards we have received only spur us on our way forward. As we join the drive for a new India, this is a long-term vision, a larger goal, a greater responsibility. But we dare to care. And we dare to commit.
If goodness is the only investment that never fails, should we not start investing from our own backyard? And if creating a strong business and building a better world are essential ingredients for long-term success, is it not possible to spin the threads of life such that business itself becomes a medium of change? That lives can be lived with dignity, without distinction of ethnicity, origin, religion, gender, language or disability. We are more than just a $3 billion corporation. We are dreamers of the future. And we dream of a world where people are empowered to change their lives as well as the lives of a million others. We are passionate about what we do and dare to commit. We are Welspun. And we dream of a world where people are empowered to change their lives as well as the lives of a million others. We are passionate about what we do and dare to commit. We are Welspun. To convert our dream into reality, we focused on 3 E's, namely education, empowerment, and environment and health. And although these things are never easy, an apt example of how determination can make anything happen can be found at Anjar.
जब दीपाली जी ने ये मेडिकल सेंटर इनॉग्रेट किए, वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग सेंटर इनॉग्रेट किए, तो उस समय लगता था कि ये कैसे किया जाए, क्योंकि ये लोग यहाँ के हर चीज़ में डाउट करते हैं। इतनी बड़ी कंपनी आ गई, हमसे कुछ लेना चाहते होंगे इसलिए यहाँ आ रहे हैं। फिर धीरे धीरे हमने नुक्कड़ नाटक जैसे शुरू किए, उन नाटकों के थ्रू हमने इनको समझाया।
Focusing on education, we built balwadis for the very young so that their growing minds can be exposed to the world before them, but not without the share of enjoyment that they deserve.
वेलस्पन ने जब नई कॉलोनी खुली थी तो यहाँ पे बाहर से बहुत सारे लोग आए थे, तो इनको पहले पढ़ाई के लिए कोई सुविधा नहीं थी, तो सब बच्चे ऐसे खेलते थे, कहीं जाते थे तो वो आदिपुर अंजार बहुत दूर यहाँ पे करता था, तो वेलस्पन ने छोटे बच्चों के लिए बालवाड़ी खोली है।
Growing up from the balwadis, these kids are most likely to join the government schools nearby. Together with Light of Life Trust, we hold seminars for the teachers of these government schools to try and offer them a more holistic approach towards teaching in order to make a subtle change in the quality of education.
जब ट्रेनिंग ली लाइट ऑफ लाइफ ट्रस्ट एंड वेस्पुन फाउंडेशन की ओर से ट्रेनिंग, टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग, तो बहुत कुछ नया जानने को मिला, और सबसे जो अच्छी चीज़ जानने को मिली वो थी चाइल्ड साइकोलॉजी। तो लेकिन यहाँ जो जब ट्रेनिंग ली तो उसमें नए नए तरीके से कैसे आप चाइल्ड के साथ इन्वॉल्व उसको करके उसके समस्या का जो सॉल्यूशन लाते हैं वो जानने को बहुत अच्छा मिला।
पेरेंट्स मीटिंग का जो काउंसलिंग की रीत है तो वो भी हमको बहुत काम में आई है। एग्ज़ाम के पहले हम सारे टीचर्स ने अपनी क्लास की एक पेरेंट्स मीटिंग की थी, तो उससे हमें बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ है। जो बच्चे नहीं आते थे वो बच्चे आने लगे हैं और सारे बच्चों के पेरेंट्स को हमें बुलवाया और कहा कि आपका बच्चा कैसा पढ़ता है, कैसा लिखता है, तो उनकी प्रोग्रेस हमने बताई उनको।
If education should be available and accessible to everyone, what about those who have already missed that bandwagon? Do they not deserve a second chance?
पहले अंगूठा लगाते सर, अब पढ़ाई शुरू किया जब से साइन करने आता है, जीवन अच्छा लगता है।
उन लोग नाम नहीं लिख पाती थी, उन लोग नाम लिखना आ गया, उन लोग को खुशी आ रहा है। और जो मतलब घर में बैठे रहती थी, जो निकलती नहीं थी, वो आज वेल्सपन कंपनी इतना सुविधा कर दिया कि उन लोग अपने शौक से निकल रही हैं और पढ़ने के लिए उत्साह हो रही हैं। तो उससे बड़ी खुशी की बात मतलब हमारे लिए क्या, क्योंकि हम सिखा रहे हैं।
Moving ahead to our second goal, empowerment, we noticed the evident lack of progress the women in the surrounding areas had made. It is as if they were stuck in a far forgotten age.
जब हमने यहाँ आना शुरू किया था तब हम लोगों को देख के ना ये लेडीज एकदम से ऐसे सोचती थी पता नहीं कौन आ गया, तो इनको ऐसा लगता था नहीं हम कुछ इनसे अलग हैं। तो हम लोग जब आए और रेगुलर यहाँ पर आते रहे तो इन लोगों का हमारे साथ मिलना जुलना इतना हो गया कि अब वो एक फैमिली की तरह हमें ट्रीट करती हैं। और ऐसे ही हमने काफ़ी सारी लेडीज़ को पढ़ाने के बाद फिर हमने सिलाई क्लास भी इनको करवाया। तो सिलाई के बाद हमने यहाँ पर सेंटर भी चालू करवाया जिससे इनकी आर्थिक स्थिति ठीक हो गई है और ये अपने परिवार को चलाने में मदद कर सकती हैं।
Realizing what was to gain at these centers, the initially sparse number of women who showed up at these centers picked up pace, and more women now hold the leash of their lives in their own hands.
ये जब शुरू हुआ तो पहले बहुत ख्याल आते थे, मगर यहाँ जब से हम काम पे लगे, हमें ट्रेनिंग मिली, तब से लग रहा है कि नहीं हमारे लिए ये अच्छा है कि हम यहाँ हमारी खुद की पहचान भी बना सकते हैं। कुछ सीखेंगे तो आगे भी हमें काम आएगा मशीन का। तो
पहले तो सारा हमें बाहर ही देना पड़ता था, खुद के कपड़े भी सिलाने बाहर ही देने पड़ते थे। लेकिन आज ऐसे है कि मैडम क्या, जैसे मैं एक वेल्सपन कंपनी ज्वाइन की तो मेरे पहले पेमेंट से मैंने सिलाई मशीन लिया और उसके बाद उसी मशीन से मैंने पहली मेरी ड्रेस भी सिलाई।
एक दिन की छुट्टी भी आती है तो घर में नहीं अच्छा लगता है, ऐसा लगता है कि सेंटर में चले जाए तो सारा दिन हमारा अच्छा गुजरता है सबके साथ।
Last, but in no way the least, we knew that none of this would ever be possible without recovering and preserving the environment in which we live and the health of those who are living. In a place that had no water, let alone greenery, we built an oasis for families to live, work, and play. Our efforts to enrich lives has never been restricted to one sphere and neither to one place. Apart from the 2 colonies in Anjar, we have a Balwadi running at Vapi and one that was adopted from the government at Salav. Our work to improve the quality of education at government schools continues in Varsamadi, Bhadreshwar and Dudhai villages. We are also educating adults at the Welspun Grams while empowering women to become self-sufficient at the WIL and WCL colonies, Varsamadi, Bhadreshwar and Dudhai villages, Katni and Vapi. We have been involved in various activities to recover and preserve the environment and health at the Welspun Grams, Salav, The Hedge, Katni and Nimach, along with providing an automated water purification facility at Vapi. In Mumbai, we have partnered with an NGO Prerna to provide night shelter to the children of sex workers so that they are not forced to be caught in the same spiral as their mothers. Here, we have also tied up with Walkheart, wherein we have provided a mobile health van which visits various slums in South Mumbai to provide medical assistance and free medicines. Additionally, we have tied up with St. Jude's Parel, who provide accommodation to outstation parents and children affected by cancer, wherein our employees volunteer once in a month to make a small difference in their and their parents' lives. We have also planned and executed CO2 emission conversion, energy conservation workshops, and mitigation initiatives at almost all our places of activity. Through all these initiatives, we do not see our efforts as noble, we see them as essential. We believe when we can receive without bounds, so should be our response to giving back to those who need. We do not see this as charity, we see this as necessity.
We have taken a first step towards CSR. We not only dream but aspire to see our country more empowered and educated, a country which is more sensitive towards environment and health issues. If we all just do our bit, we can make a big difference.